On June 1, 2025, a somber day etched in our collective memory, the world mourned the loss of a true legend. Jonathan Joss, the iconic voice, the very soul behind John Redcorn from the beloved animated series King of the Hill. A character that resonated with so many, brought to life by Jonathan's unique talent. He was far more than just a character on a screen. He was a trailblazer, a pioneer who fearlessly championed Native American representation on television, breaking down barriers and paving the way for future generations of actors and storytellers. He understood the power of representation and wielded it with grace and determination. And his story, a narrative filled with passion, dedication, and ultimately sacrifice, deserves to be heard, to be remembered, and to be honored. It's a story that speaks to the importance of representation, the fight against prejudice, and the enduring power of the human spirit. So what exactly happened on that fateful day in San Antonio, Texas? What chain of events led to such a tragic and untimely end? Jonathan and his beloved partner, Tristan Kern de Gonzalez, were together, visiting the site of what was once their cherished home, a place filled with memories, laughter, and love. It had been tragically consumed by fire just 5 months prior. A deeply traumatic memory, a shared experience of loss and devastation that they were revisiting together, seeking solace and perhaps a sense of closure. They were there to remember, to reflect, and to begin the long process of rebuilding. But what should have been a moment of healing, a step towards recovery, tragically and unexpectedly turned into a horrifying nightmare. A day that would forever be etched in their hearts, not for healing, but for unimaginable loss. A neighbor, identified as Sigfredo Alvarez Seja, initiated a confrontation, unleashing a torrent of vile homophobic slurs directed at them. Words that cut deep, fueled by hate and prejudice. Then, in a horrifying split second, escalating the situation beyond comprehension, he brandished a gun and opened fire, shattering the peace and tranquility of the neighborhood. In a final, selfless, and heartbreaking act of bravery, demonstrating the depth of his love and commitment, Jonathan instinctively pushed Tristan out of harm's way, saving his partner's life, ensuring Tristan's safety, but tragically sacrificing his own in the process. A testament to his unwavering love and courage. He succumbed to his injuries and died at the scene, at just 59 years old, leaving behind a void that can never truly be filled. A life cut short, a talent extinguished too soon. Tristan later bravely shared the harrowing truth that this wasn't an isolated incident. They had faced a disturbing pattern of threats and harassment in the months leading up to this tragedy. For months, they lived under a constant cloud of fear, constantly looking over their shoulders, their sense of security shattered by the persistent prejudice they faced. But their desperate pleas for help, their cries for protection, were tragically ignored by the authorities, leaving them vulnerable and exposed. While authorities have yet to officially label the shooting as a hate crime, a designation that would acknowledge the underlying prejudice that fueled the violence, the investigation remains ongoing and the pursuit of justice continues. Jonathan Joss was immensely proud of his rich Comanche and Apache heritage, a connection to his ancestors that shaped his identity and fueled his artistic endeavors. And he dedicated his career to fighting tirelessly for authentic and nuanced Native American stories in Hollywood, challenging stereotypes and demanding accurate representation. He understood the importance of telling his own stories, of reclaiming his narrative. Beyond his iconic role as John Redcorn in King of the Hill, you might also fondly remember him as Chief Ken Hotade in the hilarious comedy series Parks and Recreation, showcasing his versatility and comedic timing. He was even eagerly preparing to return to the role that made him a household name, reprising his character as John Redcorn in the highly anticipated Hulu reboot of King of the Hill. A comeback that fans around the world were eagerly anticipating, eager to see their beloved character brought back to life by the one and only Jonathan Joss. The outpouring of grief and sorrow following his passing has been absolutely massive, a testament to the impact he had on so many lives. Friends, devoted fans, and fellow actors, including the esteemed Nick Offerman, have publicly praised Jonathan, sharing heartfelt tributes and celebrating his remarkable life, for his indomitable spirit, his immense talent, his unwavering courage, and his significant artistic achievements. Tristan, in the face of unimaginable grief, has bravely vowed to keep Jonathan's memory alive and to fight tirelessly for justice. Not just for Jonathan, but for each and every individual facing hate, prejudice and violence, advocating for a world where everyone can live without fear. Jonathan Joss's life was tragically cut far too short, a devastating loss for all who knew and loved him, but his enduring legacy, that lives on, inspiring generations to come. He will forever be remembered for his unwavering kindness, his inner strength, and his relentless push for positive change in the world. Rest in peace, dear Jonathan. Your voice may be silent, but your spirit will continue to resonate within us all.